Ngong Hills, Limuru, Isinya, Lukenya, and lastly, Kijabe. These were the places I used to rehearse for this big trip. Nairobi to Migori, Karungu Place. The 5 mentioned places were just a tip of the iceberg. And when I mention the iceberg, I mean this big trip, the Migori, or rather the Nairobi to Migori by bicycle. So today, 23rd December, on a Tuesday, I'm recording this at Enkano Guest House in Narok County. So my day started off nicely today, waking up from Myla Center. So I woke up at my regular 5 a.m. Then took a cold shower, after which checked my bike was okay. The tires, nice pressure. The gears, okay. Nothing wrong with the bicycle. So packed everything inside my pannier bag, then loaded it on my bicycle. After which I took off. But I noticed something along the way. The shops were open. The why I noticed this because I was lacking the main ingredient, water. The biscuits were there. The groundnuts were there. But water was missing. But I shrugged it off, okay. Along the way, I might get some shops, then purchase water if I need any. But shock on thou. I took off, cycled. The terrain was flat, nice, easy. At some point, very sloppy, Just have to cycle using the brakes now, because the force of gravity is the one pushing you. Little did I know that this adventure will teach me more and surprise me more. It first started with my rare cassette being loose along Tigoni. That's why I made my stop at Kimende. From Kimende, little did I know that I was going to be surprised as well. My chain snapped, got stuck in between the frame and the crankset. But luckily enough, 3 guys helped me to yank it out. Surprise number 3, puncture in Naivasha. Waking up prepared, happy as a kite. Little did I know that I was going to be surprised. Today, woke up happy, knowing that by 1 p.m. latest, I'll be in Narok. The trip or the universe surprised me as well, because the terrain was no joke. Hilly, slopey places. Hilly, you need more energy because it's steeper and steeper. And not only steeper, a long distance of steepness. 10 kilometers, for example, Sloppy, disadvantage as well. Advantage, force of gravity is pushing you. Disadvantage, I'm using calipers, the brake calipers, and it has rubber. So when you tend to use the brakes to just, calm down the force of pressure, the force of gravity, find that you need to slow down a little bit so that you don't burn the rubbers. Burn, I mean quotes, because this happened to me at Kijabe. The front brake rubbers got finished because of that. Sloppy but steeper or steep. Anyway, so after that, the hills or the hilly places were not a joke. So that's what caused or made me start cursing the day that I came up with this idea and started executing it. Because 15 kilometers as I was approaching Narok, that's what happened to me. Before I end this journal with my water crisis, I sought help from the village members. So asked one of the guys, I spotted a manyata, then asked, can you guys assist me with water? And they agreed, yes. Made a stop at a shop thinking that I'll get maybe some biscuits, because the 2 biscuits that I carried with me, I gave it to 2 children that I met along the way. So I needed to add some biscuits just for quick energy. And luckily enough, no biscuits were being sold, so I was compelled to just borrow some water, and they agreed. After that, cycled. The hilly places were too much, but I happened to meet these 2 boys, 2 men, if I can put it that way, because they are grown, So made some stories, storied a little bit, chatted, quite fun. Then started off to the hills, hilly places. Quite a tiresome ride because no cycling was needed. I needed to push my bicycle. After that, I cycled. Trying to think, what was the next moment? Oh, at the stream, I met this guy. So I was wondering, how come the bike or the map I was using, maps.me, is showing me there's a way, but I'm only seeing the stream. And along the way I can see a fence has been put up. So wondering, how can I navigate to the highway? But I met this guy known as Ruben, chatted, and he showed me the way to the highway. So he chatted, he was telling me about the the land they own, the family as well. After which I cycled all the way to the highway. The highway was good, nice. At least finally I can see a tarmac, because all along I was in a maram, on a maram. So cycled, the hills were there, The terrain really surprised me today. I felt like giving up today as I was finishing the 15 kilometers to Narok. So I don't know. Should I proceed? Or should I give up? Because the long trip is tomorrow. From Narok to Kilgoris. And I'm thinking to make a stop at Lemek, because it's almost 177 kilometers according to maps.me, the navigation tool I'm using. Anyway, let me rest and see myself tomorrow, if the universe allows. The journey to my father's land. Gratitude goes to the universe always.